Okay, so this is a teardown guide for a infotainment system that is on some BMW vehicles. 2013 3 Series this is out of. It's an Alpine unit. It is model AL2026 and it contains an embedded SD card, which we don't see many of. Embedded SD cards across infotainment systems, so it'll be useful to document it. Now I've already disassembled this, so it is going to kind of fall away as I start to move things around, but I'll talk you through where you need to be in order to get to this embedded SD card. So first and foremost, on the top of the unit you've two screws holding the plate in. Once you've undone those, this top plate will lift off. You can see it's just clipped in around the various sides of the unit, and we can remove that out of the way. The front plate, which is where the optical drive would go in, there are two holes, one here and one here. There are two screws that you can get to. You need to undo those two screws as well. Once you've undone those, there will be a further two inside these areas of the optical drive. That essentially allows you to be able to manipulate the optical drive to get it out of the way. Now this will lift out as well, the front plate, so it is advantageous if you can get this front plate out of the way too. Just gives you a little bit more room to play with. Once we get this optical drive out of the way, you can see there's another plate underneath it that it sits on. There are four screws now, one here, one here, one in this corner, and one in this corner as well. So you need to get those four screws out, and if you've got this front plate off, it just makes it easier to get to this one in the bottom left corner. Now you can detach the cable, the ribbon cable, if needs be, just to get that out of the way. I've not done that on this particular one. That will lift out of the way. That reveals the main circuit board. You then probably want to undo this circuit board at the back, which has got the main power connector in, various other cables. None of these are screwed in, but this does sit into the bottom of the main circuit board. So it's a case of easing that out from that connection port that it sits in. Once I get this out, it is a little bit tight, but I'll show you where it sits in. It sits into there with that, so that once that's out, we get that out of the way. Now this is revealing the main circuit board inside the unit, and the SD card actually sits at the front on the underside of the board. So if I just lift that up ever so slightly, you may or may not be able to see the SD card, but it just pops out once you've inserted it back in. It then pops out, and that essentially gets you the SD card out from this particular unit. Okay, happy hunting with that, guys.